Wholesaling houses is faster and easier than flipping homes because it requires little to no risk and no capital. When you flip a house, you have to find the deal, you have to find money, you have to hire contractors, you have to be the project manager. These projects can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, and that's if it goes according to plan. Some deals can take you a year or more. Wholesaling, on the other hand, just requires you to find the deal and sell it to an investor who's going to flip the property, making it ideal for beginners. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Anthony, and I've made millions wholesaling houses. And I want to share what I've learned with you. Here's how wholesaling works. You find a homeowner who's motivated to sell, you contract it for $200,000. You then reach out to the local flipper in that area. Let's call him Dan. Dan wants a new property. Dan's willing to pay $220,000 for the property. You make 20 grand. You will then sign a contract with the seller for the $200,000. Then you assign that contract to the flipper for $220,000, which then gives you a $20,000 assignment fee at closing. You never even own the property. You avoid the need to finance or rehab the property or wait 3 to 6 months to get paid. It is a much quicker way to make money. So here are 5 steps to wholesale your first house in 30 days. 1, identify motivated sellers. The first and most crucial step in wholesaling is finding a motivated seller that has a distressed property or high motivation, and that property has enough margin to be sold to an investor for profit. Distressed properties and motivated sellers often represent the best opportunities. These sellers who are in distress are facing foreclosure, probates, the property's too much to handle, the repairs are well out of their limits, or sometimes they're just out-of-state owners who have no time to manage themselves, and they want a quick and hassle-free transaction. Platforms like PROPSTREAMs are databases and tools that we use that will help you locate motivated seller lists. If you want to use PropStream for yourself, we have a link down below that you can use. It's in the description. Using platforms like PropStream allows wholesalers yourself to find and locate potential motivated leads a lot quicker. Number 2, analyzing the deal, also known as comping. Once you locate a motivated seller or a potential deal, the next step is to make sure the numbers work so you can present the correct offer. This involves looking at most recent cash transactions on PropStream. It also allows you to look at investor formulas. Some people call it the Mayo formula. That's a maximum allowable offer that'll give you a direction on what you should offer the homeowner. One thing that makes making offers simpler is having an offer calculator. This will allow you to simply put in the numbers into the calculator and will spit out what your offer should be to the homeowner. If you want to make sure you're making the correct offer every single time, we do offer a free calculator in the description below. Number 3, securing the deal. Next, you have to make the offer and secure the property. You're then going to send the seller a purchase agreement, which is a legal binding contract that takes place and says that you are buying the property for the agreed upon price. This agreement outlines what the contract and the process is going to consist of, which is typically buying the property as is condition. You're paying all the closing costs, when the close date's going to be, what inspections are going to look like, and how they're going to get paid. And most importantly, legal protections as well for yourself and the homeowner. And number 4, finding the buyer. So congratulations, you got the deal under contract. So now you're on the hunt to find flippers and landlords who will find value in your deal. You want to start building a network of these flippers and landlords, and you can get started by simply going to a local RIA in your area. You can even go to Facebook groups in those areas and type in words like Orlando Investors or Orlando Fix and Flips. And these are groups filled with local investors in your area who are actively looking to purchase another deal. When you go to these events, networking is key. You want to tell these people you have an active deal you're looking to sell, but most importantly, let them know that you're going to have more potential deals coming down the pipeline so you can get all their information, find out their buy box. That's simply what kind of properties they like to buy. So when you have another deal, you can keep on sending them deals and deals. When you ask them for their buy box, it's simply, what areas do you like? What zip codes, cities, counties? What's your ideal property? Are you a fix and flipper? Are you a landlord? What kind of return do you want on your money? Do you like light rehabs, moderate rehabs? Can you handle something big? Getting this really dialed down will let you know who to call first when you get your next deal. Also, even experienced wholesalers like myself will even buy those deals from you. And if you have a deal that you think I might want to buy, you can always DM me at QTheCloser and I'll take a look at it. And number 5, the final step is closing the deal. The final step is going to include either a title company or a closing attorney. This is simply where you're getting all your documents between the seller and the buyer in a nice, neat packet to a title company or closing attorney to review everything. the title company is going to pull the title of the property to make sure there's no secrets or anything behind the curtain that would stop this deal from being sold. This is ensuring that the seller has clear and marketable title on the property and that buyer has funds to close. And most importantly, your assignment fee on the final HUD. That's where you get paid. It is super vital that you work with the right closing attorney or title company in your area to make sure that the transaction goes as smoothly as possible. I always recommend calling them before you send them a file to make sure they understand what an assignment fee is and that they work actively with investors. Now you've done your first deal. Congrats. If you want more tips and guidance on how to do your first wholesale deal, hit the subscribe button.